And whenever I see light in the sky, that makes me... Like, one time, I tried this on Lobo, and I lit the beam on Lobo, and that choked. If I owned a spaceship, I will be flying around the neighborhood, and I will be lighting the beam!
Hello, and good afternoon. So, today's Wednesday, March the 13th, and the time is 1:47 p.m. It's the middle of what is the first busy week after I have finished my school stuff. On Tuesday, in other words, yesterday, I had a meeting, pretty much about the same thing as it was the first time I went there. And today and tomorrow, so I have 2 days in a row going to the dentist, having a checkup.
I got to the dentist, and look at this mini penguin here. He's traveling around the forest right here. Look at that. And yeah, there they swim through. Like, they lose up to half of their body weight by running through the forest and getting into the sea. Like, it's very hard to live that kind of a life. Spring it on. Got the seasonal drinks. Well, got out of the dentist. That was frickin' long as shit. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, what a day. After having left the dentist, I then went to Starbucks. I needed like a couple of hours to get myself together after what has been a heck of a day, because I am going to have to go through that again tomorrow. It's a tough process. So, having fun with the documentary again. I think I showed you once before that penguin walking around the woods, like, you know, jumping from the Rocky Mountains of the ocean to going into the tropical rainforest. But other than that, there was a scene where a group of crocodiles swimming in a pond were on a hunt for like tens, even dozens of yaks and zebras. Kind of funny, but in every room that you get in, you sit down, they check up on your teeth. There's these TVs, you go on Netflix, and there's those documentaries on Netflix, you know, a bit like National Geographic. So sometimes it's about wildlife, some other times it's about the global climate. Hi, Corvette.
Vroom, vroom. Gotta pass through everybody. Gotta dodge everyone.
Just gotta dodge the dentists too, you know. Yeah, if you remember the Corvette that I saw yesterday just before I had dinner, you know, at the sides it was kind of stripy with all those dashes. I was kind of satisfied, and the guy in that car, like, although his engine was on for like 15 minutes or so, yeah, that's the car that I was talking about.
Oh, look at what they have made here.
Well, there's just some plastic bags, but you know, it's a bit like making crafts, just like the crafts that they have put in IKEA with those space rockets. It's been like that for a while. So that was all for today. Tomorrow, I'm gonna head into the dentist office again. I got numb again. It's gonna be the same crazy process. It's gonna last about 2 hours, and then Friday, I'm gonna be back to doing Plushables episodes. So I'm preparing to do a really big episode. You know, once I did an episode where, you know, it's just one story and then I continue the same story into the next episode just for a small part of it or so. Planning to do something like that again, but what I'm planning to do is I'm looking to call the episode The Rebellion. So, just like every other Plushables episode, I just like to create an arbitrary setting just to make a storyline of the episode, completely randomize it. But next episode, like at the start of it, it's gonna be a bit of the same story from the last episode, in case if you haven't watched that, Taurus's Invasion. I'm planning to make it a little bit like a short film, put a timestamp, like, you know, 5 days later, this and that. And then the next part, I would pretend to be a news anchor, and like, you know, the other day it was Daylight Savings Day, and I'm just gonna pretend as if the state of California. So this time I'm just gonna go pretending. I'm not gonna go too realistic. I think I did that once in the episode, like it was over a basketball game, and at the end Mamba's just throwing scissors around for crazy reasons, and like he's just way too happy, way too confident. But in the episode tomorrow, like I'm just gonna pretend that California is abolishing daylight savings, and then they start to create a rebellion over it. Let's say I bring 5 or 6 characters and I make them look like they are going on a riot, like throwing eggs at each other, throwing cans of Cokes and this and that, and making it look bad for their environment, impact other people's health and this and that as well. So I'm really looking to do, like, I'm gonna put this into 6 characters. Let's say Bobo, Grisbo, Polo, Rhino, Mamba, and Rocco. Maybe Mamba as well, but let's say that 3 of them are against the idea of permanent daylight savings, whereas the other 3 would be comfortable with permanent daylight savings. And by that, it's like the latest sunsets being, let's say 7:30 p.m., latest sunsets of the year being 7:30 p.m., and the earliest sunsets of the year being 4:30 p.m. So yeah, there's one group that goes on a riot about a certain statement. Like, there's a significant difference between a riot and a rebellion. Like, a riot is when a big group of people go on a rampage, like they destroy things. They could destroy the windows of workplaces. They could destroy the windshield of cars, even the exterior of cars. Whereas a rebellion is one group versus one other. Like, some people are completely opposing the idea why this should be done, that should be done, whereas some others are saying, let's keep this way, and the opposing group are the ones that are creating all the rampage and the tension. Well, you know what? I have an idea. Why don't I let you guys meet Torsa from my Plushables series? This is Torsa.
Hi, I'm Torsa, and whenever I see light in the sky, that makes me wanna light the beam!
Well, what even inspires you to light the beam, Torsa?
Okay, so I actually got the remote, right? So, whenever the light is off, the first time I press the button, then there appears to be a blue light. And then the second time I press the button, before I press the button, I say, light the beam! Because I have to say, light the beam! Before it can make any effect. Otherwise, it will not make any effect. Like, one time, I tried this on Lobo, and I lit the beam on Lobo, and that choked him to death. And then 15 minutes later, I went to a house and I lit the fire extinguisher on beam, and then the whole house blew up.
Okay, Torso, one final question. Are you planning to do anything similar with a spaceship?
Do I even own a spaceship? If I owned a spaceship, I will be flying around the neighborhood and I will be lighting the beam on anything. Look, because if I lit the beam on the rooftop, then literally the whole neighborhood could explode. Just like in the last Plushables episode.
So yeah, that's the end of a fun interview with Torsa. Kind of funny. That gave me an idea. After I publish the next Plushables episode, I am going to do some videos on my gaming channel wherever I have a certain interview with a random character. Maybe I could do an interview with Torsa on my gaming channel as well. Alright then, guys, so that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really hoping that you enjoyed. Tomorrow's going to be almost the same kind of day as yesterday, as I have explained earlier in the video. Jeez, I can kind of tell what's up above my eye right here. Sometimes I get some sort of thing from not getting enough sleep. Nevertheless, I'm ending it here.